And welcome to the Geekz 31 Days of Horror for Halloween. This is Lil.
This is Steve.
And this is Sean.
And tonight we're reviewing Maniac Cop from 1988. Sean, you're with us, so we expect a trailer.
There's someone out there.
Yes. 80s trailer.
Knows his name.
Yeah, hold on. Pause it real quick.
Face.
Oh, no.
The intro of the movie, when it's like him buttoning up, he's got those white gloves on. He's got a little orange spot on one of his thumbs. And once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. It's the only spot. I was just like, God damn it. And it kept freezing on it, and it kept showing it. And I was like,
Because it's blood.
But now, the most terrifying man in the city
Officer! Officer! Oh, thank God it's you.
carries a badge.
The head was unstable and there was some deceleration injury. As in your old hanging.
You really think a cop did this? Why not?
You automatically assume that it was a police officer instead of some lunatic dressed up like a cop.
Fight squad.
He'll kill again. He enjoys killing.
He strikes without cause, without mercy.
he snatched that lady up.
You may be getting information from inside the department. That means he is one of us.
You see a cop, you cross to the other side of the street. You're no good at getting me.
Damn.
Everybody who wants to shoot a cop nowadays got one hell of an excuse.
When is my personal life any of your business?
Since your wife was found dead in a motel
Oh,
room, you
Bruce
gotta be
Campbell.
wrong. You want to see the pretty picture?
Oh, that dude and Margot Kidder.
That's right. See,
What was that scream? He's like,
When a cop turns killer, you have the right to remain silent
Austin.
forever. Maniac Cop.
Damn, that trailer just like showed the whole movie.
I was going to say, the trailer showed the whole movie, so we were you playing it again, Sean? It was an amazing trailer.
You're on mute. You're on mute still.
Was an amazing trailer, so
It was the whole movie, so
very much so. Killer
Great
dressed in
voiceover. I hold on. The tagline when a cop is against, like, you have the right to remain silent forever.
so good.
So good.
So a killer dressed in a police uniform begins murdering innocent people on the streets of New York, starring Tom Atkins. I love you, Tom Atkins. Halloween 3. Bruce Campbell. I love you even more, Bruce Campbell. Lorraine Landon, Richard Roundtree. We got Shaft in this thing. William Smith, Robert Zedar, the big chin man. I love this guy. Every time I see him show up somewhere, I'm like, big chin man. So, and a bunch of others. So, Maniac Cop. Steve, you have never seen this movie. I grew up watching this movie so many times. It had the VHS so many times. This was on HBO all the time.
all the time.
So, Steve, what do you give Maniac Cop?
I gotta add this to the list of VHS tapes I need to get.
Oh, you do?
This is one of those movies that I'm mad that I didn't grow up watching because I had a lot of fun with this. I actually thought the story was pretty cool. Like, it had this weird, like, Child's Play music that they kept playing when it showed him, like he was like a little baby. This Riley had, like, it was like, you know, what are those things called? Those like wheels that go around the baby cribs. I don't know. I thought this was.
I know.
What are those called? What are they called? I can't think of the word.
That was driving me crazy. And I was thinking, I can't.
Carousel? Isn't it a carousel?
It's not a carousel. It's something else.
I can't. It's too late. It's
just one of those words that's bothering me. I just thought it was a lot of fun. I thought that him just as this big, kind of like Frankenstein monster, just rampaging through was, and it was just weird because it seemed like a lot of thought went into framing Bruce Campbell, but he was just kind of a lumbering monster. So I I had a lot of fun. I think it's great. This movie gets a hero from me. Sean?
I don't know about a hero, but it's an 80s hero though. So it's because it's a classic. It gets the 80s hero because in the 80s I remember this back in the day, and it was a fun movie back in the 80s.
Yeah, I'm not saying this is like a fucking award-winning film, but I had a blast with this.
This is definitely an 80s movie, so it gets an 80s hero from me. That's my scale. When I review an 80s movie, it has to remind me of the 80s, and this shit reminded me of the 80s. Watch this shit on HBO all the time. So
the synthesizer music, 80s New York. Come on.
Maniac Cop was on a lot. Like Maniac Cop was like fucking HBO's like fucking one of those titles that just always played at nighttime. It was always late movies, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock at night. You know, maybe you got like a 9 o'clock movie, but it was always playing. It's just so weird. It's like I forgot Bruce Campbell was in this movie.
He gets over the death of his wife really quickly.
Well, I mean,
he's smoozing with his girlfriend like immediately.
He was leaving his wife. His wife was
it took a weird turn. It's like fucking like they made Bruce Campbell like the hero, but he was a piece of shit. Like he was a cold-blooded piece of shit. And it was just like the other cop
Don't
was like
talk ill of Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, the other cop should have been a hero, and like they made Bruce Campbell the hero.
The old cop was like on the know immediately. Like he was like, "Yep, I agree. It was a cop that did this." Like immediately.
Oh, he figured it out just like that. Oh,
I loved it.
Yeah, it's his hero.
And nobody believed him.
I'll pass it to you because I got some shit I want to say too.
Oh, I love this movie. I've been actually bringing this movie up, Steve. I don't know if you've paid attention over the last 3 or 4 years. I keep saying, let's do Maniac Cop. Let's do Maniac Cop. And finally got, you know what? I forced it because I watched it. I'm like, Steve, I watched Maniac Cop. You're doing Maniac Cop. And then Sean saw the text. He's like, oh, I'm in on this one too. It has that sweet spot for me. Like it's one of those ones where it's not really like scary horror, but it's just like murder.
It's 80s. It's 80s horror.
Yeah, it's all of it.
You understand this going forward. Any 80s movie, horror movie, I'm in. Anything else?
It's everything. It's the film grain. It's the sound effects. It's the soundtrack. All of those things combined make the 80s horror what it is. And this has all of it. It just has all of it.
And this is exactly what I grew up thinking New York was like, just like Jason Takes Manhattan, like all this stuff. Like this
is why you think that every city in California is on a beach and we all talk like surfers. And
exactly. Like I watch Shredding and I'm like, oh my god, those are all Californians. Those or Shredder, not Shredding, but yeah. So I love this movie. It's a hero from me, and
Spoilers.
It's a 40-year-old movie. I don't know how we're going. Huh?
That's so loud.
That's what we do it because, like, and
every year we get somebody. Every year we'll get somebody.
That's why sometimes we don't throw the spoiler in right when we're supposed to be spoiling. We throw it in before, after.
I thought the best was like when they showed like the flashback of him in jail when he's like laying in the car and you see his eyes and he's like has his little dream and they play the little baby music and like it's like almost 5 minutes. It's like 4 minutes long of just looking at different people looking pissed. It's just going down, looking at different angry prisoners, like coming out, going like "fuck you."
Yeah,
we're gonna Maniac
Cop. So long.
He wasn't a Maniac Cop yet, but
and then of course they go after him in the shower.
His prison shower murder scene while he's butt naked. It's just ridiculous.
He looked like a cartoon, like a live action Superman cartoon. Like that's what he looks like an old Fleischer Superman in real life.
What about the white lady? What about the white lady in the beginning? It was like, 2 Puerto Ricans is coming at you. I'm like, damn, you racist bitch. I was like, kill her anyway. She's a Karen.
Yeah, I mean, she's a Karen that they tried to mug her and they're chasing her down. Maybe she did call them Puerto Ricans, but that was after they started it.
I don't know. I don't know. She was still racist.
Oh, so she deserved it.
She got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck that.
And then Maniac Cop took out the trash. I mean, I did.
Oh, what's up, Chewie?
I did love that part, man. Like, I just love that she goes up to him and he just grabs her face.
It looked like it almost at that point looked like the two gang members were trying to like almost save her from the cop. They were like, "Oh no, he's got her," like as opposed to what you. I mean, she put the work in though, man. She got away from him. She like put the moves. She like kicked off the thing. I'm like, damn, she's like Black Widow out here. She's doing moves.
Very, very true. And then you know, we get Bruce Campbell's cheating on his wife scene. You know, his crazy wife. Here, I mean,
that was a long scene.
I know,
it was a long scene
because it goes from them arguing all the way to her getting kidnapped, and that is like 15 minutes.
Yep.
It was bizarre too, because like I don't know why she thought he was the Maniac Cop, but
because a lady is calling, telling her that he's going out killing people.
So was it the lady that was helping?
It's the limping lady. Come on, man. You're supposed to know this movie. The limping lady was calling her.
I didn't even put that together. I was like, who's calling her? It's like, I don't care.
Cops.
I was just waiting for the kills. That's all I wanted.
What was the best kill?
Oh, that's tough.
Let's see. Well, we got to break him down.
I was saying the guy who got out of the car. It then got thrown into the
I did like that.
Yeah.
What did he get thrown into?
He got thrown into the car. Remember the car window?
And he like exploded. He like body parts like everywhere.
Yeah, he just smeared everywhere. But I did like that he just like pulled him over like for like a regular traffic stop, and like he just kind of knocked on the window, come out, like
no car, no nothing, no signal, no nothing. Just a cop, just a random cop in the street, like pull over. Yeah, okay. Fuck out of here.
I just thought that was hilarious. I feel bad for Tom Atkins, you know, getting thrown out the window because Tom Atkins.
Because he was the hero of the whole movie up till that point. It was weird.
He got his ass kicked. And remember when that cane lady whacked him on the hand? I was like, oh, it's fucked up. Like his hand's already hurt. Leave him alone.
See, the most crazy scene in this movie was when that old lady's car was breaking down, and then she shot the cop. Like the random cop was there to help her.
Shit!
Because like the news is like a cop is out there killing people.
She's like, "You're not gonna kill me!" Blam! And they like showed like the whole back of his head flew off with his hat. You're like, God damn!
It was like, but it was nuts. Like it was interesting because it's like, imagine social media today if something like that would have popped off, right? Like, you know, everybody would be.
It did.
You know,
we had riots because of it.
Well, that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Well documented.
I even worse today. I'm just saying, like, it would go even.
Cities burned.
More than that.
Yeah, it was a rough time.
Yeah. There are some maniac cops out there. They're real maniac cops.
We sometimes forget the last 3 years that we survived. You know, I'm just saying it's been a wild ride, bro.
Yeah,
I keep thinking it's still like 2015.
I'm upset now. I'm upset now about some shit that happened, but I'll tell y'all after the show.
Okay.
Bullshit. It happened in Florida.
Okay.
Maniac cop kind of shit too.
We are going off the rails on this horror.
What's the best kills? So
I'd say the best kills. The best kill was the one.
I kind of like the limping lady. The lady, she's running away. She's like, he's no good. I'm no good to him anymore. And he fucking Freddy Krueger snatches her ass out of that window. And she just trails away screaming, ah! God damn, he just took her to infinity and beyond. Like he does look like Buzz Lightyear. He snatched her,
he smashes her against the wall and like chokes her out.
Oh, that's right. But like when she gets yanked through, she like fades away. Like her scream goes away, and then it cuts back, and he's like smashing her against them. Like that's a weird way to do it, but.
I thought he loved.
I didn't understand. Was he undead or was he alive?
Yeah, no, like what?
He didn't die because the coroner said basically like he put him back together. You know, but
because he was a hero cop.
Yeah,
the coroner
felt he was doing it right.
The coroner's the real villain. Like he brought him back to life and then just let him go.
He's like fucking Dr. Frankenstein.
He's like, I didn't think he'd be able to like be a normal human, so I just like let him out. what? You let him out. Like you just let him out. Yeah, he's just. I also thought it was weird, like that, Bruce Campbell escapes prison, right, or escapes the jail. Tons of cops are dead. They all think that he did it, and the first place he goes is to another jail. Like, checks in, signs in. I'm like, I know he gave a false name, but you have, I know it's the '80s, but come on, man, you got to show ID or something,
Well,
right?
and they also he had the newspaper right there.
it is
He
the
saw
80s.
Bruce Campbell. Like he already his cover was blown like 10 minutes
But
after
this is like the next county. This isn't like like states away. Like they would know. Like, yo, some shit happened down the street.
Well, it is the 80s.
I was
And it's
gonna
New
say,
York.
It's the 80s in New York.
Yeah.
You know?
The mob was deep in the 80s.
And then we watched that movie.
80s New York was garbage. Like you could do anything you wanted. It's like New York now. You can do anything you want now. It was that bad.
There was that brief time in like the late '90s where it was really cool, but oof.
80s New York. Nope. Everywhere you walk, you see everywhere you walk was a strip joint.
and it's crazy that the one thing I didn't like was so many kills off screen, but of course budget, practical effects couldn't happen. Like, but I love it when they bust out of that room that Bruce Campbell's stuck in, and all of a sudden you just see like dead people everywhere. Like one guy's hanging, he's just like, oh my god.
No, but the funny shit was when two cops was on the floor. And they was like, well, he said he didn't do it.
This is the best. That was the best. It was like ADR, but it was so good. Like, we said he didn't do it. Smash cut. They're just cruising down a country road.
Yo, it was crazy. That shit messed me up. Okay.
Love that. And then also like hats off. Fucking bravo to the stunt team, because when that truck drives off the pier at the end, that man backflips off of that truck and lands in the fucking ocean.
I watched him the whole time.
Popped out of the water and looked at that bitch and fucking swam away. I was like, that guy.
That wasn't a stunt guy. That was Bruce Campbell.
That was really Bruce Campbell?
No,
really?
I'm joking.
Fuck. Holy shit, you pulled a Steve with that one. You
he did.
You got me. I was like, oh my god.
I mean, it's Bruce Campbell, can do anything. So
that was fantastic, though. I was like, "Oh my god, what a great!" Like, so, there was a dummy shot in this movie. There was a couple, but not this one. That was wonderful.
And then, like at the end, they have no body of the Maniac Cop. Like
all the cops are on the pier, and then the camera goes down, and his hand is like. I'm like, does he breathe through his hand?
He is. He's still alive. He doesn't have to breathe.
Dude took a pole to the chest, though, dog. He took a pole to the chest.
He impaled himself.
That's crazy. I mean, like if he was undead, I'd be like, all right, cool.
Well, wait till part 2 and part 3.
Does he die in part 2?
Does he get more grotesque? Are we doing this whole series?
We should. They're both on the part 2 and part 3 are on Tubi.
Oh man, we have to do it. We have to.
It gets bad. It's terrible. It is bad. I remember
we did all the Leprechauns. We have to do this.
I mean, this is better than the Leprechauns.
No way, man. That last Leprechaun ruled.
And Robert Davey is in the next one. So,
all right. Well, that's it.
So there you go. Maniac Cop. Go watch it.
Actually,
it's awesome.
got a superhero.
It's a superhero. One of the best ever. Because Bruce Campbell's in it. So thank you for listening. Thank you for support. This is Lil.
This is Sean.
And this is Steven. Until tomorrow night, everybody, keep it creepy.